Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Course Fundamental of Computers, Course Code 8403, Level BBA. Unit 5, Presenting the Internet Working in the Online World. Internet. The Internet is a network of networks, a global communication system that links together thousands of individual networks. As a result, virtually any computer on any network can communicate with any other computer on any other network. These connections allow users to exchange messages, to communicate in real time, seeing messages and responses immediately, to share data and programs, and to access limitless stores of information. The Internet has become so important that its use is considered an essential part of computer use. In other words, mastering the Internet is one of the first things you should do if you want to get the most from your computing experience. Internet and its major services. The Internet acts as a carrier for several different services, each with its own distinct features and purposes. The most commonly used Internet services are the World Wide Web, electronic mail, news, file transfer protocol, FTP, chat, instant messaging, online services, peer-to-peer services. To use any of these services, you need a computer that is connected to the Internet in some way. Most individual users connect their computer's modem to a telephone line or use a high-speed connection such as DSL or a cable modem and set up an account with an Internet service provider, a company that provides local or regional access to the Internet backbone. Many other users connect to the Internet through a school or business network. To use a specific service, you also need the right type of software. Some programs enable you to use multiple Internet services, so you do not necessarily need separate applications for each service. World Wide Web. The World Wide Web, also known as the Web or WWW, was created as a method for incorporating footnotes, figures, and cross-references into online documents. The web's creators wanted to create a simple way to access any document that was stored on a network, without having to search through indexes or directories of files, and without having to manually copy documents from one computer to another before viewing them. To do this, they established a way to link documents that were stored in different locations on a single computer or on different computers on a network. Web documents can be linked together because they are created in a format known as hypertext. Hypertext systems provide an easy way to manage large collections of data, which can include text files, pictures, sounds, movies, and more. In a hypertext system, when you view a document on your computer screen, you also can access all the data that might link to it. To support hypertext documents, the web uses a special protocol called the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, or HTTP. A hypertext document is a specially encoded file that uses the hypertext markup language, or HTML. This language allows a document's author to embed hypertext links, also called HTTP, and hypertext links are the foundations of the World Wide Web. A web browser or browser is a software application designed to find hypertext documents on the web and then open the documents on the user's computer. A point-and-click browser provides a graphical user interface that enables the user to click hyperlinked text and images to jump to other documents or view other data. Today, the most popular graphical web browsers are Microsoft Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox. The Hypertext Transfer Protocol uses Internet addresses in a special format called a Uniform Resource Locator or URL. In a URL, type specifies the type of server in which the file is located. Addresses is the address of the server, and path is the location within the file structure of the server. The path includes the list of folders where the desired file, the web page itself, or some other piece of data is located. Email. The only internet service that is more frequently used than the web is electronic mail. Electronic mail or email is a system for exchanging messages through a computer network. Email was one of the first uses of the internet and quickly became a popular feature because it lets users exchange messages from anywhere in the world. It is a faster way to communicate than postal mail because email messages typically reach their destination in seconds rather than days. You can manage email through a typical ISP account and a desktop computer, or use a web-based email service which lets you check your messages wherever you have web access. Many cellular telephones and pagers provide email features. Another advantage of email is the ability to attach data files and program files to messages. For example, you can send a message to a friend and attach a digital photograph or some other file to the message. The recipient then can open and use the document on his or her computer. Other internet services. Because the internet is a gigantic network, it can support many different types of services beside the web and email. In fact, some internet services have been available for decades and are still widely used. News. In addition to the messages distributed to mailing lists by email, the internet also supports a form of public bulletin board called news. There are tens of thousands of active internet news groups, each devoted to discussion of a particular topic. Many of the most widely distributed news groups are part of a system called Usenet, but others are targeted to a particular region or to users connected to a specific network or institution, such as a university or a large corporation. Internet Relay Chat and Web-based Chat. Internet Relay Chat (IRC) or Just Chat is a popular way for internet users to communicate in real time with other users. Real-time communication means communicating with other users in the immediate present. Unlike email, chat does not require a waiting period between the time you send a message and the time the other person or group of people receive the message. High-speed broadband connections. When many users share an internet connection through a LAN, the connection between the network and the ISP must be adequate to meet all needs. This often means supporting the traffic created by all the users at the same time. Fortunately, dedicated high-speed data circuits are available from telephone companies, cable TV services, and other suppliers such as large network companies and satellite service providers. These high-speed services are sometimes called broadband connections because they use media that can handle multiple signals at once, such as fiber optics, microwave, and other technologies. The other way to connect internet through wires is digital subscriber line (DSL) services. DSL service uses more advanced digital signal processing and algorithms to compress more signals to the telephone lines. DSL also requires changes in components of the telephone network before it can be offered in an area. DSL service can provide simultaneous data, voice, and fax transmissions on the same line. DSL technologies are used for the last mile between the customer and a telephone company's central office. From there, the DSL traffic destined for the internet travels over the phone company network to an internet exchange point and onto the internet. Doing business in online world. The World Wide Web has become a global vehicle for electronic commerce, e-commerce, creating new ways for businesses to interact with one another and their customers. E-commerce means doing business online, such as when a consumer buys a product over the web instead of going to a store to buy it. E-commerce technologies are rapidly changing the way individuals and companies do business. You can go online to buy a book, shop for groceries, or rent movies. You can even get a pizza delivered to your door without picking up the phone. Online shopping. Online shopping means buying a product or service through a website. Another term for online shopping is business to consumer B2C transaction. Even if you have never shopped online, you probably have heard of websites such as Amazon.com and Buy.com. They are just two of the many popular websites where consumers can buy all sorts of things. Using online catalogs. Online shopping would be very difficult if merchants did not provide easy-to-use catalogs on their websites. In the early days of e-commerce, many retailers struggled to come up with catalogs that were user-friendly for customers and easy to manage. Retail-oriented websites need to be maintained and updated on a continuing basis so that prices and descriptions are always correct. Site managers and designers must be careful to balance their own needs against those of consumers, or they risk losing business. The term online banking refers to using a bank's website to handle banking related tasks. Individuals and businesses alike can visit any bank's website and do the following: create an account, transfer funds, record or view transactions, reconcile statements, pay bills. Online finance. The term online finance refers to any kind of personal financial transaction you can conduct online, other than managing your bank accounts. These activities include investing, applying for loans, applying for credit cards, buying insurance, preparing tax returns and paying taxes, doing financial research, or seeking financial advice. E-commerce at business level. Beyond individual consumer transactions, e-commerce has given companies an entirely different way to conduct business. Using powerful websites and online databases, companies not only sell goods to individual customers but also track inventory, order products, send invoices, and receive payments. Using e-commerce technologies, companies are rapidly forming online partnerships to collaborate on product designs, sales and marketing campaigns, and more. By giving one another access to their private networks, corporate partners access vital information and work together more efficiently. Business-to-business transactions. Business-to-business transactions, or B2B transactions, actually account for the most of the money that is spent online. As its name implies, a business-to-business transaction is one that takes place between companies. Consumers are not involved and probably can be handled over the internet. Consider some example. A store orders an out-of-stock product from a distributor. A car manufacturer orders parts from a wide range of suppliers. A stockbroker buys shares for a client by using an electronic exchange. A bank requests credit information from a major credit reporting agency. Intranet and extranet. An intranet is a corporate network that uses the same protocols as the internet, but which belongs exclusively to a corporation, school, or some other organization. The intranet is accessible only to the organization's workers. If the intranet is connected to the internet, then it is secured by a special device called a firewall, which prevents unauthorized external users from gaining access to it. An extranet is an intranet that can be accessed by authorized outside users over the internet. To gain entrance to the extranet's resources, an external user typically must log on to the network by providing a username and a password. Thank you. That sums up the 5th unit.